Good morning, traders. Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with co-host James Mason. Good morning, James. How are you doing today?
Well, Todd, that's an awkward question given the circumstances, but I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Sorry to hear about your news.
It is what it is.
Yes.
Man, the pre-market is getting pounded. So this week we have, Fed rate talks. And pretty much everybody's expecting a 75 basis point increase, but man, could it be higher? Like with the previous inflation that it's been reported that definitely shows they don't have this under control. It's not even close to being under control, which brings me to my next point. I'm reading on the StockCast Twitter feed. And one article that comes up it says Cramer's week ahead, blah blah blah, and he's talking about, this is Jim Cramer, and he's talking about FedEx's warning shows the Fed is further along in fighting inflation than expected.
Further along? Holy cow.
Like, whose crazy drunk uncle is this that showed up? I mean, that's what it reminds me of. I really don't know what to say about that, Cramer. The market is not saying the same thing that you're saying, but I don't know. Anyways, like there is that. I think somebody made an indicator. It's an inverse of Cramer's stock picks and shit.
Oh, I have heard of that. I don't know what it is, but I've heard it. I've heard of that.
Yeah. You know what? This right here, I mean, like Cramer, you could not be like, honestly, like I hate to say like Cramer, you're wrong, because Cramer has done this for real on Wall Street. Like he's no dummy, but the speculation behind Cramer is that he's kind of
bought, paid for.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's the only way to say it.
He receives a paycheck and he's giving a talking list and talking points that says, "Don't effing stray from this."
Yeah. like Cramer, regardless of what the market says, just say it's doing great right now.
You're our paid puppet today, Jimmy boy, and you're going to talk about the market, how great it's doing.
Yeah, I actually caught that right before the show was about ready to start, and I just honestly about busted out laughing. I was just like, man, this literally goes into what everybody's saying about Cramer. So yeah, right now, let's see. Dow Jones is currently down 219 points. S&P 500 is down 26 points, and today it's probably going to be pretty daggone wild. To the downside, at least. So hold on a second. I need to take a peek at SPY really quickly. Hey Todd, while I'm looking at SPY, can you explain about?
Yeah. I was gonna comment. Mr. David put this comment up here. I'll show you guys real quick. Just like the Cathie Woods Inverse Fund. Well, when the Cathie Wood Inverse Fund and the James Cramer Inverse ETF cross over and match up, buckle up, children. It's going to be a fun ride.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was actually wanting you to tell them about the score.
I wanted to plug that in.
Oh,
all right. Okay. So here's the game plan. We are going to finish out StockCast this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's the game plan. And then and after every day of StockCast this week, we are going to slide over into the TTBB paid membership Discord. That's the game plan. And then next week we'll just be doing the paid Discord. So that's the game plan. We're gonna simplify this. We did the Discord Friday. I thought it went great.
Yeah,
I thought it went.
It was nice.
Yeah,
I really like how not only is there the audio stage for us, but the chat room right there, and the chat room stays. Like, it doesn't. I was expecting it to honestly like erase everything, but that's awesome, and honestly, it's going to help out tremendously.
Yeah, it just brought me back to our core, our original days where we did stuff like that, and I think the feedback from people was pretty positive. So I'm looking forward to it. Talking about trades. I mean, if you're in there, we gave you a free trade that day. James had called the Apple alert, and I joined it. He was in options. I was in as shares. It was an easy trade, an easy 2-point drop. Actually, it was more than 2 points, but I had a trailing stop loss. But I ended up making 2 full points on that. That was an easy one, quick and easy, painless. So that's what we're hoping to do, is share our trading plans, and you can either to reverse engineer them to learn from them, or you can try to piggyback on them, your choice.
All right. So I'm looking at my SPY chart right now. I can share it with y'all really quickly. Let's see. All right. So here is SPY on the daily chart. And this little hash right here, this is currently where we are sitting at. So we have this little channel right here. We have a resistance at 388.21 with a support at 378.86. And I wouldn't be surprised if over the next few days we don't chop around in this range and then just plummet below 378. That break below 378, just like 388, will, in my opinion, likely be pretty significant. And how I was talking last week about, like, starting to get those gap downs. We have one right here. I expect that to happen a lot more. I expect it to. If we look back at the pandemic, let me zoom in for y'all. This is what I'm looking for right here. So, getting those gaps like that will, if you're bearish, that will be a good sign. So that's what I'm looking and hoping for. If you have a 401k, you probably ain't looking for that, but hey, it is what it is. Like, y'all weren't complaining when this shit was going up and I was shorting different parts of it. So
401ks come back, don't worry.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the ranges I'm watching on SPY. That break below 378.86, that's a very important number right there. So yeah, that's man, really, I mean, off the top of my head, this is what I'm coming into the week watching, just because there's just so much going on right now. China's trying their best to save their economy. They're pumping money into their markets. Trying to just redo different financial regulations, and it's not going to work when governments start doing that. The shit is already at the fan. I mean, it's too late to save it. It's kind of like, I mean, it's just one of those situations like when the government starts to intervene in anything, they're not proactive, they're reactive, and they're usually overreactive. And the government, any government, they just don't fix things. So yeah, China is doing all that while their stuff is, honestly, it's becoming a shit show, and something's gonna pop. And when something pops, the dominoes will fall. And when those dominoes fall, it's going to be painful for everyone. Even if you are bearish on the market, it's going to be painful. Because we all still lose in the end. And that's what sucks about this.
That's true.
Yeah. POAI released pretty nice news today.
Yeah.
A couple pieces of news.
Actually,
It's honestly, so GMP labs are open, and you guys can dig up the articles, but basically GMP labs are open. Well, not GMP labs. I shouldn't have said that. It's singular. Their GMP lab is open. They announced their strategic advisor, which is he's the president of Canopy Bio, and he's basically going to be taking the reins on the GMP drug formulation, which is significant.
So it was a pretty. I thought the news was pretty good.
It is. The next thing we're waiting for, the deal. I think it's coming up soon. I don't see no coincidence in Mel announcing his retirement on Friday and then this on Monday. Like all this shit is scripted. That's the way it works. There's no coincidences. I believe that with how this is all coming out, and they also released 2 new products pertaining to this GMP lab, to that GMP lab. I believe they are set up right now to pull that trigger. I hope. I'm tired of waiting on this thing. So
I've got my hand up. I'm ready. I say pull it and let's do it. It's been a long ass trade.
yeah. Like we're ready, Bob. Send it. So all right, yeah, that's all I have for today. So
yeah, me too. A few minutes I'll slide over the Discord and talk about what's going on and share my trade theses and ideas there and converse. But we appreciate you listening, appreciate you being part of our program, and that's it.
All right, everybody, y'all take care and trade safe. It's gonna be a wild week in the market, FOMC stuff, and who knows what can happen. So other than that, we will catch y'all in the next one.